What's up everybody, welcome back to another vlog. So today is January the 8th, it's a Friday, and it's also day 5 of this wholesaling challenge. So far, out of this whole week, I have pulled out this many deals. 0. No deals whatsoever, maybe 2 follow-ups out of the, I think it's 1,500 text messages that we sent out total. Now, if you remember from the last video, if not, I'll post it up here. We sent out about 1,300 text messages yesterday, which was including today's campaign. The rollover that I sent out, or the rollover that was left over that hadn't been sent, was only about 30 text messages. I saw them this morning, I got 5 responses. This week I haven't gotten anything from the text messaging, which is cool. I really wasn't expecting to get anything. Maybe if I resend another text messaging campaign to the same list, which I think I might do this week, I might get something that comes out of it. Now, I did also have my cold caller call a new list yesterday of another area that I target in the Charlotte metro area, and he is calling, I think, about 230 people. I don't remember how many phone numbers there are total, but if the average might be 5 phone numbers per person, so it comes out to a total of 1,250 phone numbers. Now, from experience, it's probably a little less than that, because out of the 450 leads that I had, I ended up with 2,600 phone numbers. So going off of that, this is probably a little less than half of what this list is. So we're expecting about 1,200 phone numbers, which is cool. I mean, obviously the more the merrier, but also the less the phone numbers, the less time we spend calling. Other than that, I don't really have anything else going on today. So I do want to leave you guys with these few tips, okay? And these few tips are what is important in this whole marketing campaign. The number one thing is your data. Data is king. If you don't have good data, you don't have a good business. Plain and simple. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you have bad phone numbers, if you have bad information, you are not going to pull out deals. And I'm going to emphasize this tremendously, because a lot of you guys want to be cheap. You want to go out and get the cheapest skip tracing service, 5 and 10, 15 cents, and usually it is junk data, absolute crap. Okay, I'm telling you from experience. My first list I ever skip traced, I skip traced 1,000 people for $100. So if you do the math, that's about 10 cents per person. And the only thing that I got in return was a bunch of disconnected numbers. And you don't want that in your business. You don't want to hit a whole bunch of disconnected numbers. Right now, if I sent 1,000 to go get skip trace with realskiptrace.com, I'd only get maybe, out of the whole 1,000, maybe 50 bad phone numbers. And when I mean bad, like that they're disconnected, they don't reach anybody. Other than that, every single number is connected. They have a high success rate. I mean, usually I'm 70% spot on getting a hold of the owner, sometimes even better. It just really all depends. You also have to make sure that your information is correct, such as their mailing address, their actual real name. Make sure it's spelled out correctly, because if not, you're also going to get bad information to come back. So, crucial thing to work on is data. Another thing is that you guys have to hit higher numbers. You guys keep messaging me either leads or deals on Zillow that are not deals, or you tell me, oh yeah, I skip traced 50 people and I didn't get a deal. It's because you don't have that many numbers. Number one, Zillow. If you want to get deals off of Zillow, you're gonna have to put in at least 100 offers before you get at least one possible deal. Okay, 100 offers. Same thing with text messaging, ringless voicemail, cold calling, mail. You have to hit at least 300 people before you get possibly one deal. In some areas it could be less, in some areas it could be way more than that. I think in California, what is it, like 1 out of every 500 to 1,000 might be a deal, if you can get that. Most of these guys aren't closing a big amount of deals in those areas because the deal size is a lot bigger. So the bigger the deal size, the harder it'll probably be to get into that market. Smaller the deal size, the better chance you probably have to getting a deal in that market. Now, that's not saying that you can't do it. It's just saying that it's going to take higher numbers. So in the area that I live in, the surrounding area of Charlotte, there's a few towns with a small population, such as the one that I primarily wholesale in. The population of the entire county is, I think, 170,000 people, with the primary area that I focus in being 70,000 people. I don't have to hit as many people as I would in Charlotte. Charlotte, I've already texted 450 people, and all I got was one follow-up. Actually, I think 2 follow-ups, and nobody that's really interested in selling right now. A lot of angry people that have already been texted or called or whatever it might be, and they're just not ready. They're not at the point of moving. Same thing goes for the other areas. I probably have to hit maybe 250 to get one smoking hot deal. I did a driving for dollars list that what was it? I drove, I'm gonna say back in November. In November, it was like 1,000 people. Skip traced it, called it, text messaged it, and we got a hold of one guy who was interested in selling, and everybody else was not. It's a hit and miss, because even though right now that you're texting or calling them, they might not be interested, you might call that same list in 3-4 months, and all of a sudden you pulled out 2 other deals that they've never answered your phone calls, they've never answered your text message, they've never answered your mail piece. They never answered your ringless voicemail because they just weren't ready. They know who you are, they knew the phone number, and they decided to finally pick up after 3-4 months of you hitting them. Reach higher numbers, keep pushing. You call 100 people, call 100 more. You call 500 people, call 500 more. Call 1,000 people, call 1,000 more. Don't stop. Keep calling new people. The more people you call, the more people you contact, the closer you are to a deal. You guys keep giving up with these 50 and 25 people that you contact, and you're like, oh, this doesn't work. It's because you're not trying hard enough. Keep going until you make it work. That's the only thing that makes anybody successful in this business, is just be relentless. So I hope you guys found this information useful. I know that I don't really have a very eventful day. I'm actually doing my taxes, which sucks. I gotta pay my employees, and I gotta make sure that all of our books are in order. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great week and enjoy these vlogs tremendously. And remember, the reason why you probably don't see anything on Saturday and Sunday is because I don't work those days. So I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you all on another vlog.